about how I stay organized with my Premier business. And so I thought I would give you sort of an inside look at my closets and how I stay organized. So check it out. One of the things that I think is really important in our business is that you have a great location that stays the same for your replacement exchanges. So when ladies give you jewelry, what you want to do is have a box or a bin or something that you can throw it until you deal with it. And I always have them put it in a baggie with their name and address, so it's really easy for me to deal with, and even throw the $5 in the baggie. And so what I did was I got this cute little jewelry box at Home Goods, okay? And so now what I do is when I have something that I need to exchange, it goes in the top. I just mailed a whole bunch in, so I don't have anything in the bottom right now, but I will put them, once they're done, in this little drawer so that when it's time to mail them in, I can just grab them and they're all in one location. So it's so easy, but that way I always know where they're at and I don't lose them. So replacement exchanges in one location is my first tip. Okay. Tip number 2 is to have a closet. I actually have 3 closets. I'm going to show you all 3 of them and how I organize my stuff. Now, this is my full-time job. This is all that I do. Well, I also homeschool my kids, but this is my main job, so I do have a whole office set aside for this. I think it's really important to have a space, but when I first started, all I had was just a little closet, like a little cupboard that was a computer desk that the doors opened up, and I made that my space. That's where I kept my replacement exchanges and my order forms and my catalogs. As my business grew, my space grew. So I'm going to show you this closet. This closet actually doesn't have any clothes in it. It doesn't even have a clothing bar. When we remodeled the basement, I knew exactly what I was going to use this for. So I actually just have IKEA shelves in here. Okay, pretty cool. So check it out. Okay, so I have IKEA shelves, and I know that you can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Target, various different sizes. These, of course, are from IKEA, but they're a bunch of little cubes. And I actually will use my label maker and label what goes into an area so that I know not everything's labeled, but I have different baskets and bins. I think it's really important to have bins where you can just dump stuff. So for instance, like I have a little jewelry box in here that's filled with jewelry that's sitting on my desk because I always have jewelry puddles. And I have notebooks and all of the things that I'm going to use in my business. Now, you might have noticed something kind of interesting. These are shoe holders, okay? And these I got, I think, at Target. You want them to be clear, and then I have them labeled as well. So I have price tags, extenders. This is all technology stuff. I have ADD, so I forget where things are. I'm very visual, and so I'm either a dumper or I need to see it. So I like to just dump things in to boxes or have specific places so that I can always find it. So I have everything sort of open. I have these all over the place. I even use them in my house for my cleaning supplies, suntan lotion, all sorts of stuff. My kids use them. My son has one in his room. He doesn't play Legos anymore, but they're still up there, and we had sorted all of his Legos out. So these are really great. It's a really great organizational tip to just be able to see what you're doing. So I have it on both sides, and I just have various things in all of the little categories, from past surveys that I don't use anymore, that I might just change my mind and decide to use. I have postcards, you know, all sorts of little things, business cards in all of these so I can see it. And then as far as my little bins go, I like to have bins where I can just dump things because I am a dumper. I just get really cluttered, and so I can put things away. I have one bin full of boxes, and that's all I allow myself. I have folders. I have a couple bins filled with my prizes for at my jewelry shows. And I have envelopes and catalogs and order forms, and this bin is actually just like the stuff from my desk and all my stuff from my calendar. So just kind of fun, all of my stuff, a place to dump my jewelry. So this is closet number 1, and this is just in my office with my space, lots of storage, lots of different places, and that's my outside office for the summertime, so that's kind of fun. I love having a chair in my space because I'll just sit and text and call people. So super fun. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of my other closets. So this is a smaller closet, that's in my basement. It's actually in our bathroom. And I took it over again for more Premier stuff because it's just overflowing. So this is a lot of old catalogs, lots of notebooks from trainings, books that I have that I don't want to get rid of. A lot of display pieces, right? We got to keep that. You never know when we're going to need it. I have them as prizes for my new jeweler, so I need a place for that and all my bags and storage and containers. So I try to kind of keep that all together. Tablecloths, trophies, right? All the things that we've got, lights. So this is sort of my display closet. Okay, this is closet number 3, the one that you're probably the most interested in because this is where I keep my jewelry. So I've struggled with this just like you over the years, and I use showcases. So what I do is I take the showcases out of the bag and I put them in a closet so that when I want to wear my jewelry, I can slide them out and just open it up and then slide them back in. So that's how I deal with what to decide. I also have the show on the go bag, and that's where all of my favorite pieces are, my ensembles that I wear and that I show. So largely I'm shopping out of that little bag. Sometimes I'll throw pieces on a tea stand. I've got all my bags. This is all my bags and my catalogs for my show. And then I also, of course, have prizes. These are team prizes. So this is a big bin of things I could give my team, prizes for when we do things. And this is just a coat closet. See, we got our coats over there. And I've just sort of taken over part of it for my jewelry. Now, I also have another one of those shoe racks here. A lot of visible, you know, just things that I can see and I can grab, and I know where they've gone, that they're not just in some sort of bin. And this is just in our main family room, sitting at the other end, and there's my office over there. So this is just another one of the closets. So there are 3 closets, and I've taken them all over for my Premier business. I also love stationery. I have a lot of it. So my paper, my printer, and my stationery are in these cute little bins so that I can kind of shop them and find what I need. And this was just a TV stand that we had when we lived in our other house that I took over and used in my office, you know, whatever it takes, right, girls? So there you have it. I have lots of storage because I have lots of stuff for my business, from prizes that I give away to my customers to prizes that I give away to my team, catalogs, order forms, replacement exchanges, jewelry. I love to just be able to have that jewelry somewhere in my house that I can pull out and get into those pieces. But since I do 2 or 3 jewelry shows every week, I really don't have a separate location for my jewelry, but I do put the things that I love to wear the most in that show on the go bag to make it super easy to access. Also, I used to use just plastic tackle boxes. You can get them at Joann Fabrics that have an anti-tarnish aspect to them, but I usually put polishing cloth you can buy on the ream, and I cut it to fit into that. And those are great because they're plastic, they're clear, and I could see, I can just pull one out and kind of look for what I'm looking for. Oh, this is the gold tray, this is the silver tray. And then I would just lift it up and shop for what I wanted. But now I'm using more trays in a bag along with my showcases, but it all works. And sometimes, yes, it sits out on my floor, and that's why I had to move it from the main floor of our house down to the basement. So at least if I left a mess, it wasn't right in everybody's walkway, because yes, I have been known to leave a mess trying to find my jewelry. So those are my little tips. I hope they help, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing my office, and it inspires you to get your space organized and special so that you have a really nice zone where you can focus on working your business.